Good morning. Had a good night's sleep last night. Today, the forecast is rain all day, all night. And I don't exactly know where I'm going to end up for camping. There's not really any hotel options or good campground options. The distance areas I'm aiming for, the only thing I could find looked like some kind of private residence that allows people to tend on the property, but there was no real way to register or sign up for it. So I'm just going to show up and see what happens. And if they kick me away, I got to figure something else out, maybe stealthing somewhere. We'll figure it out, but at least we're starting out dry, and we'll start the day with a nice hotel breakfast here. Saying goodbye to the hotel. That was a great little stay, great breakfast. Crossing back across the river through the little town of Tsunan. Ready to hike through the rain all day. Right now it's just kind of very lightly drizzling. And back on Route 117, we'll be continuing to follow that north through the river valley, ending up somewhere tonight. We'll figure it out as we go. Back on Route 117. We had a sidewalk all day yesterday on this road, so I'm hoping it stays the same. Should be an easy day of walking if that's the case. Probably have a few more tunnels as well. We'll just kind of see how it goes. There's a 7-Eleven up ahead on the left. I don't need to drop in and get anything just yet, but I think on this whole route there's going to be a convenience store like every 3 to 4 kilometers, so plenty of opportunities to drop in, get snacks, take a bathroom break and such. Seems like there's a lot more traffic on the road today than there was yesterday. Yesterday it was mostly pretty light, kind of moderate to heavy traffic today. It's a Saturday, so maybe everybody's just out doing stuff for the weekend, even though the weather's all gloomy. And it looks like a lot of small towns and villages will be passing through along the river valley here. Not sure the name of most of them. They've probably all been incorporated into one big one. It looks like Tokamachi is the bigger town that's incorporated all these smaller villages. Lots of traffic, lots of rain today. The rain's definitely coming in waves. It'll be moderately heavy-ish rain for about 20-30 minutes, then it'll kind of lighten up for about 20-30 minutes. First tunnel of the day. Very short. Coming up on a 7-Eleven. Time to buy some lunch supplies. I just need to find someplace dry to sit down and eat it. Okay, I got all the lunch supplies I need. It's hard to pinpoint where a park is at just based on a satellite image. I'm trying to find something that looks like it's got some kind of covered picnic table. But I'm aiming for one that's about 2.5 kilometers from here. We'll know better when we get there. Well, here's my picnic destination. From the satellite view, I was hoping this was a covered picnic table area, but the grass underneath is actually not wet, so just throwing out my rain fly as double protection, I think we'll be okay. And it's currently not raining anyway. There's actually a bit of people here at this little park, surprisingly, based on the weather, but good enough spot for lunch. Well, I had to make that a quick lunch and back on the road. Once the rain started coming back again, that sunshade did not provide the greatest protection. So I ate quick and back at it. And I think I have a new game plan for where I'm going to stay tonight as well. I was thinking about love hotels. They're hard to search for because they don't really advertise. When you search Google for them, they don't really come up. But anyway, I actually found one a little bit further up from the place I was thinking of staying at. And I might just aim for heading up there. Make for a longer day, but they don't want you, if you're going to overnight stay, they don't want you to check in until later anyway. So we'll see if that game plan happens. There's a rare little break in the traffic. There's so much today. Yesterday was so light. There's 10 times the number of cars on the road for some reason right now. Coming up on a 7-Eleven. I think this is the last opportunity to get some dinner supplies. We're still about 12 kilometers to the hotel, but this is the last convenience store on the way, I think. Might as well load up. Okay, good to go. I got all my dinner supplies. I just need somewhere to rest out of the rain so I can give my feet a break. Only had one sit down and that was like 20 minutes. The first dangerous tunnel with no shoulder. Well, this next one's got a sidewalk at least. We've had a sidewalk for most of the day. It hasn't been that bad. We still got a bit of a ways to go. I did not plan on doing nearly a marathon today. Well, now we're kind of getting closer, I think. I think the Love Hotel I'm aiming for is off this expressway, a little bit further up. Okay, we're getting kind of close now. So the way Love Hotels work is they're all about like discretion and anonymity. So there's staff on hand, but you won't interact with them or see them. The whole point is to kind of keep it private, and they're only there if you really need help with something. But what I'm expecting is there should be some kind of front entrance board or something that shows a picture of all the rooms, and sometimes they're backlit for which rooms are available, and you select the one you want, and it will unlock the room, and then you go in and enjoy your time. And then when you leave, it'll charge you based on what time you entered and what time you leave. So we'll kind of see how this one operates. Yeah, this looks like the place. There's your room options. And the rates, it is a weekend. Weekend overnight. So I think the max rate here, what I'll pay, $8,000. Well, I may cut that last clip a little short because as soon as I was finishing what I was talking, the manager running the place came out and saw me, and he was like, "Oh, we got one available left." So I was like, "Okay, I'll take it." So here's the entrance, and this is a Love Hotel. First couple rooms in here are toilet, very nice shower and jacuzzi tub, and we even have a TV in here. That's fancy. It's a little frosted mirror into the bedroom side. There's the pay station when you're ready to leave. TV with some adult entertainment options. I don't want to select anything because I don't want to get overcharged with any options. What's in those like adult play items, we shall say. A nice little bed. Semi-mirrored ceiling, maybe not. Man, what a day. Just all day of truck traffic and rain. It was been light rain, but just continuous rain all day. And then doing extra kilometers, which I never planned on doing, but at least I'm out of the weather for tonight. It's supposed to rain all tonight until like 8 in the morning or something like that. Which is probably when I'll be hiking out somewheres later. We did so many extra bonus kilometers today, it's going to shorten tomorrow significantly because I already have a hotel booked in the next town. So tomorrow might be like 20 kilometers or less, something like that. We'll kind of see how it comes out. But anyway, I am tired. We got tons of food. And yeah, this is basically it. It's a Love Hotel. Nothing too special. It's kind of an industry that cropped up due to a need. It kind of had its heyday in the 80s and 90s, and I think since then the need for the love hotel scene has kind of dwindled. And I've been walking past, I've noticed a lot of them have kind of are old and decrepit, but this place is nice and refurbished and modern, and it's kind of outside of town and along an expressway, so it's kind of out in the middle of nowhere. But that is it for today. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all in the morning. Good morning. I had a great night's sleep last night. I think I slept for like 9 hours straight. I think it's because there's no windows in the room and it's quiet, well insulated, and just uninterrupted sleep. The bed is really comfortable. It's been a great little stay here. But I'm going to slow roll it out. We've got 22 kilometers to the next town where I've got hotel booked already. And the rain is currently raining outside, but that should be stopping shortly. I may have an hour of walking through the rain. Hopefully it's not too bad by the time we get packed up and out of here. So I'm going to finish my breakfast. I'll finish packing up, and then we'll check on out. All checked out and on our way. Easy and convenient. Linking back up with Route 117, and it is currently raining. This should be stopping at some point soon-ish. I don't think I mentioned yet, but for the last 100 kilometers or more, my feet have been hurting from the shoes. Structurally, my shoes are still holding together, but the bottoms are completely blown out, and my feet don't really fit in the shoes anymore. They're so far gone. I need to put about another 100 kilometers on them before these shoes will be done and I can get a new pair. Still lots of traffic on this road for this morning. I guess we can say we've officially entered Japan's rainy season. The next 10-day forecast is either cloudy days or rainy days. Off the main road and wandering through some neighborhoods. I've got Route 117 on my left, the Shinano River on my right, which is the same as the Chikuma. They just renamed it when you enter this province. And then we're entering into the township of Ojiya. And there's a view of the river. Still following it north. Got a break in the weather. Hopefully this is the last rain of the day. It's supposed to be stopping about now, and just to remain cloudy. Gonna take this left on 17 to get us into Nagaoka. That's where our hotel is. Now, this looks interesting. This looks like the Japanese version of a Walmart. I don't think I've seen one of these before. I just had an interesting encounter. I noticed on the side of the road here, there's this little covered rest area with a little table, so I'm sat down, having lunch, I guess, as it were. There's not many food options along the way, and I've got a little bit of snacks remaining. But anyway, shortly after getting here, a car pulled over and two ladies came out and they were chatting with me. Usual conversations. I think they were worried about what I was up to, telling them I'm hiking cross country. And then I think they started getting into like proselytizing about a certain religion. I didn't follow exactly once I got that onto the topic, but they were teaching me a prayer to say for divine protections, as it were, making sure I'm safe from bears and that kind of thing. I think they wanted me to go with them to something to continue a prayer service, but I told them I was fine. I'm just going to have here and have my lunch. But they were nice. I think they were definitely trying to recruit me into something. But again, like once the religion got onto, or once the topic got onto religion complexities, I wasn't following it along too well, but they meant well, and I have a little safety prayer now to make sure I'm good to go. But I'll finish my lunch here, and then we'll be back hiking into Nagaoka. Back on the road, crossing the river. And it's kind of misty, lightly sprinkling rain again. This is only the far southern outskirts of Nagaoka, and there's wide lane road traffic, wide sidewalks. Slowly here we're getting closer and closer to the town stuff. To my right is the local train lines. Everything's continuing north to converge up to Nagaoka Station. And the Shinkansen line as well passes through there. I think that's further off the right, but we'll be seeing it at some point. I just had another odd social encounter. This time it was with a younger girl, maybe in her young 20s, and she had parked her car on the side of the road and came up to me and was chatting. And I was less following this conversation for sure. Something about Mount Fuji, and she handed me a pamphlet about it. I have to use Google Translate to help figure out what that article was about, but she wanted me to go with her to do something. I don't know if it was sign a petition. I have no idea. So but the first encounter, they were definitely doing something religious based and wanted to do a prayer service for me. But I'll have to figure out what this second encounter was all about. I kind of only had a light lunch, just finishing up some of my remaining snacks. I'd like a sit-down restaurant somewhere, but there's not much here on the outskirts of town. I don't think we'll find stuff until we get much closer to the central train station, which is where my hotel is at. Most of the day I've been passing a lot of farms, getting into some industrial stuff. We're on a little bit of a rise as this part of the road goes over the tracks. Over there is kind of the town center, Nagaoka, where the final destination is. Coming up on a 7-Eleven just down there. It is break time. Back on the road. Once I saw they had an eat-in counter there, figured I'd just take the opportunity to eat some snacks and get off my feet for a bit. I also took the chance to Google Translate and scan that one pamphlet I got from the younger girl I ran into. And they're probably some of the same group as the two older ladies I first met, because the pamphlet was definitely talking about a religious Buddhist sect. And something about Mount Fuji was, I think they had a temple retreat there or something. So I guess everybody from their order is kind of out proselytizing, whatever that word is I'm trying to say. They're out and about today. We'll see if third time's a charm if I run into anybody else. Definitely getting into the city. I think we've only got a couple more kilometers left till we get to the central area, where the hotel is. I'm passing by a Mr. Donut. I'll catch him next time. Somewhere in there. I think I see my hotel up on the left, the Hotel Hoke Club. Almost there. Checked in, good to go. Standard business hotel, small room, but perfect for me. There is a onsen bath here, so I may utilize that in a bit. I definitely got to get cleaned up. I want to throw this in the wash. My clothes smell funky, and that's what I'm going to be up to for a bit. And then in a couple hours, when it's dinner time, I think I'm going to wander over. The main Nagaoka train station is just nearby, and we're going to check that out for some kind of dinner option and see what's going on at the train station. So I think that's it. I'll just check back in later. Alright, I got laundry done. It's time to head across the street over to Nagaoka Station and go find some dinner. Well, that was a good dinner. Got a plate with a little bit of everything. A little hamburger steak, a little bit of spaghetti on there, a little salad. I think the main dish was the omelet rice. A little piece of tempura, piece of fried chicken, a little bit of everything. It was good. And then I also noticed walking around in there was a Mr. Donut shop. So got a couple of donuts for dessert, and I think we'll have that here in a second. But But that is it for today. Heading out tomorrow. I think we got 2 more days to get up to Niigata, so not yet. Anyway, we'll see that coming up. Thanks for watching. We'll see you all in the morning.